Hi Payal, welcome
Hi, Harshita.
to the session of the Momma Clan.
Thank you.
Very glad to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm truly grateful for organizing this, Harshita. Thank you once again.
Oh, my clan love to write on the parenting theme, and we had a real nice week, going through all the prompts of parenting. And I was just introducing how you came into, conscious being conscious was born.
Right.
So, um, I just told them that, how you have had courses from Adele and Eileen, and that, you faced problems with your child when she was 2 years. So let me just finish your introduction, and then we can move ahead.
Of course, please go ahead.
So when she does this kind of workshops and all, she uses all kinds of tools and insights that are based on scientific evidences. Payal has been a guest speaker on radio and has videos on YouTube of being conscious parenting. Her mission is to empower each parent, teacher, prospective parents to connect with themselves and feel centered when around children. Also to build connection with their children and create an environment of love and respect. So, Payal, would you like to tell in your own words how this came into being?
Of not sending her to play school, and having said that, what happened? There was an episode which happened. So my daughter was crying in play school, and I happened to go up to the school to see what's actually going on. And I saw her that she was put in a separate room, and she was left alone there to cry because she shouldn't be disturbing the other kids around. So that was something that really, struck me, and I reflected on it, after what happened. And what occurred to me was that, children, being children, they go through these emotions, right? And because she was in such a secured environment, I was the primary caregiver. Of course, she was going through this separation anxiety. The reason I'm sharing this with everyone is this is the basis of why children throw a tantrum. What we call it as a tantrum. Actually, these are not tantrums. Tantrums are just symptoms. So we as parents need to get curious about what is going beneath it, right? So now when my daughter was throwing these tantrums, so-called tantrums, because actually what she was going through was this insecurity, right? Because there was separation anxiety. She was in a new environment. She was feeling overwhelmed, right? Because it was a new environment. She was out of home for the first time. And I couldn't, at that point of time, I couldn't understand all of this. Now, of course, over the years, I know what really went on. And for so many of the parents who are actually going through these similar struggles, I want you all to know that the child, is just being herself or himself. And for the child, it's very difficult to process any of the information. So this is the right brain of the child. So if they're going through any emotions, like my daughter was going through pain, she was going through anxiety, right? It was just coming out as is. So they don't have filters in their brain. Whatever they're
Correct.
feeling, it comes out unfiltered in their behavior, right?
Correct.
So the behavior is, the behavior was she was crying, she was, getting agitated, she would scratch me. So all these are, but this is behavior that we can see. But what is underlying the behavior is something that we as
But
parents,
we don't very often address it, We don't very
that
often look into it.
we only
Yeah.
see, we only see what is happening at the surface level, right? And we try to, we try to either calm them down, we ignore them, or we try to, ask them questions, we analyze the situation, we try and explain our children. But when they are in the emotional, side of the brain, when they are feeling unsettled, then they are not connected to their logical brain. This is the left side of the brain, right?
Correct.
So for us to, as parents, it's a duty to help them regulate through these emotions. It's a duty to help them to integrate these two brains. Correct? How do
Yeah,
we?
and I think that is why there is a now different field of learning where parents are also taught how to analyze what kids are going through. Earlier, we just relied on the environment and what our parents taught us, but now there is a specific field which I think is highly commendable.
True, Harshita. See, again, as parents, even our since we didn't know how to navigate through these situations, right? So when we were kids, we all have this emotional baggage. Say for example, I'm holding this bag, right? So what we did was, when we were kids, whatever our parents told us, we either reacted back or we suppressed it, right? In our emotional bags. But we kept carrying these bags with us because we were not taught how to give these emotions an outlet to release. Correct?
Correct.
Said that now that we know better, we can do better. With this knowledge, like you rightly said, there's more awareness now. So we can help our children to give these emotions an outlet to release just by being there for them, right? That's how
Right.
we create emotionally intelligent children. So in future, when they come up, when they are surrounded by challenges in life, then they would know how to actually deal with these challenges instead of reacting to it, or instead of, not knowing how to emote themselves,
Correct.
right?